a look now live at I-35W at Washington Avenue. Look at that sizable crowd there, Jeff. Those folks are just stopped there, it looks like, on the interstate. We do know that this group started at U.S. Bank Stadium, walked through the streets of Minneapolis, across the Hennepin Bridge, and this was their final location as guided as we knew, the last location, I-35W, and we knew that they planned to take a kneel. I don't know if this is what's happening right now, but those folks there are stopped on the bridge, Jeff.
And I think it appears that way, Jennifer. You mentioned them potentially kneeling. For a moment, I thought this image was frozen because it didn't appear people were moving. But our David Schumann is on the ground, and he can give us a better understanding of what's happening right now on the bridge. David, what can you see? What can you tell us?
Yeah, well, we're still on University Ave. We're heading towards 35W, where that moment of silence will happen. This is the tail end of the peaceful protest that began at U.S. Bank Stadium. Massive crowds marched from there through downtown, crossed the Hennepin Bridge. We got to the back of the crowd just out of a little logistical miscommunication. We got sidetracked for a moment, but we were trying to catch up. And, before it looked like that the protesters just marched straight across the Hennepin Bridge without taking a knee. Well, I can tell you that I looked on Twitter and we were wrong. They actually did take a knee. That's just how big the crowd was, that we were sort of in the back end of it, and the people at the front must have taken the time to do it. And we just, based on our location, couldn't see it. So we are now heading towards 35W. We're just a few blocks from it, and the crowds are still, even, I said this before, the stragglers look like large crowds, and people are lining the sidewalks here, handing out waters and food, and there's a man here with a trash bag for anyone who needs. So these people are peaceful, and they have been all afternoon.
And David, we're looking at a shot of I-35W, those folks that were on across ahead of you.
35W.
Just the masses that are stalled there, Jeff.
Yeah, David, when he was talking earlier about the size of this crowd, I think it was difficult for us to fully comprehend it with our cameras on the ground. As he was saying earlier, even the stragglers looked like a large protest. And we look at this image from a traffic camera, and it blows my mind, really, how many people are filling both lanes. We saw that earlier, Jennifer, 1,500 people in St. Paul on one side, I-94, and we thought that was large. Well, this is both sides, both directions, and both directions being of a larger number. The magnitude, I think we did not fully comprehend, that started at U.S. Bank Stadium, that's now participating, and that David has been walking with, trying to keep up with this massive group, so much that, he couldn't even tell that the kneeling happened on the Hennepin Avenue Bridge as this group kept on moving. David, again, I appreciate your attempt to explain to us the sheer size here, and it's really taking us back how large it is. It sounds like you're listening to some people. I'm not sure if that's on a megaphone or what else is happening as you're getting closer to the bridge.
Well, hey, I just want to tell you guys what we're hearing is that there was a protester who was apparently run over by a vehicle. It looks like they're crowding around him now. We're trying to get a sense of what his status is. People are asking if he needs an ambulance. It looks like it's his leg that was hit, and people seem to have caught the vehicle and maybe the license plate, and they're calling it in right now.
It's a female.
We'll let you get a better handle on that, David, so you can report back to us. And Jeff and I were taking a look, along with our viewers, at the 35W bridge, where just it appears thousands have marched to that bridge and are standing still there in protest of what happened in the death of George Floyd from earlier this week, Jeff.
And I don't think I could even begin to try and estimate the number out there, but I am overwhelmed by the size of the crowd that we are witnessing out here. Standing still, I think that's what's part of it too, that stands out to me. The span of the bridge in both directions that this crowd is able to cover, I think speaks to the number of people who have been moved by what has happened here in the Twin Cities. The fact that there was 1,500 estimated in St. Paul marching similarly, and there's still a crowd larger in size here in Minneapolis, starting at US Bank Stadium, as we've said, going through downtown, David along for the walk with them, marching peacefully, which is something, a theme we have noticed throughout the day, wrapping around through northeast Minneapolis in the St. Anthony neighborhood and down to 35W. I would have to say this is probably one of the largest protests we've seen on a Minnesota interstate since this has become a way of people expressing those feelings, as you mentioned earlier, Jennifer.
And Jeff, I mean, both sides covered there, which is what is really impressive by this. You can see how many people are right there, and we will be coming